Hi, good morning students. Welcome you all to the online classes once again. In this video classes I will explain you that is a TDS, a new concept in your again business taxation under tax under E environment, that is a TDS, tax deducted at source. Right. What is the main sources of revenue to the government? That is a tax, right? Now there are different taxes are collected by the central government and the state government. So one among that is what a TDS, tax deducted at source. Very simple. ಐ ಆಮ್ ಎ ರಿಸೀವರ್, ನನಗೆ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಬರ್ತಿದೆ. ನನಗೆ ಯಾವ ಮೂಲದ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಬರ್ತಿದೆಯೋ ಆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲೇ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಯಾರು ನನಗೆ ಪೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೋ ಅವರೇ ಅದನ್ನೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಡಿಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಅಮೌಂಟ್ನ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಗೆ ಕಟ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, TDS ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಡಿಡಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಆಟ್ ಸೋರ್ಸ್. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಐ ಆಮ್ ಎ ಸ್ಯಾಲರಿ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್. ನಾನೇನಾಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಒಂದು ಕಂಪನಿಯಲ್ಲಿ, ಅಥವಾ ಇವಾಗ ಆ್ಯಸ್ ನಾವು ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಏನಾಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯಿ ಆಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ರೈಟಾ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಸ್ಯಾಲ್ರಿ ಪೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಸ್ಯಾಲ್ರಿ ಬರ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂದಾಗ ಒಂದು ಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತಿದೆ. ಆ ಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಬರೋದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಸರ್ಟೈನ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ನ ಅವ್ರು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, TDS ಆಗಿ ಡಿಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ, ರೈಟಾ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಡಿಡಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಆಟ್ ಸೋರ್ಸ್. ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೋರ್ಸಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಟು ದಿ ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲ್, HUF ಆರ್ ದ ಕಂಪನಿ ಆರ್ ದ ಫರ್ಮ್, ರೈಟಾ. ಅಸಸಿ ಅಥವಾ ಪರ್ಸನ್ಗೆ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೋರ್ಸಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಸೋರ್ಸಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಅದನ್ನು ಡಿಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ನಮ್ಮ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ನ ಡೆಪಾಸಿಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ಡ್ ಡೆಪಾಸಿಟ್. ಫಾರ್ ವಾಟ್ ಪರ್ಪಸ್? ಫಾರ್ ಇನ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಟು ಅರ್ನ್ ದಿ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್. ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್. ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ವಿತ್ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡೋ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಅವ್ರು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಸರ್ಟೈನ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ನ ಡಿಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, TDS ಅಂತ ಕರಿತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. ಅಗೈನ್ ಇಯರ್ ದ TDS ಯಾವಾಗ ಡಿಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದರೆ, ದ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗಿವನ್ ದಿ ಒಂದಷ್ಟು ಲಿಮಿಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ರೈಟಾ. ಇಷ್ಟು ಅಮೌಂಟ್ವರೆಗೂ TDS ಡಿಡಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸರ್ಟೈನ್ ಸಪೋಸ್ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಇಫ್ ದ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಈಸ್ crossed that limit amount, so then the TDS will be applicable. That limit amount we called as what? Threshold limit anta karita hogtire. I will explain in detail in the chart now. We will going to see with you what is the meaning of the tax deducted at source. It is a measure in which person who are making a payment of income are responsible to deduct the tax from the income at a specified rate and pay only net amount. Right. Here, who is paying the amount to the payee, that is a payer, from payer to the payee, the payer has to deduct the certain tax, that is called a TDS, at a specified rate. So before making payment to the payee, and that amount will be remitted to the government. That is, this TDS amount shall be deposited with the government treasury with the stipulated time. Right. In a prescribed time ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅವರು ಅದನ್ನು ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಟ್ರೆಷರಿಲಿ ಡೆಪಾಸಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಯುಟಿಲೈಸ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ದಿ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಗವರ್ನಮೆಂಟ್ ಆರ್ ದಿ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಗವರ್ನಮೆಂಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಪರ್ಪಸ್ ಆಫ್ ವಾಟ್? ಇನ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಟು ರನ್ ದಿ ಎಕಾನಮಿ, ರೈಟ್. ನೌ ವೆನ್ ದ ಪರ್ಸನ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ TDS certificate is there. That is, when the payer he deducted the tax amount from the payee amount. ಪೇಯಿಗೆ ಬರಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋ ಅಮೌಂಟಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದಾಗ ಈ ಸಪೋಸ್ ಟು ಇಶ್ಯೂ ವಾಟ್? TDS ಸರ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಟ್, ರೈಟ್. ದ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಹೂ ಡಿಡಕ್ಟ್ ದ TDS is supposed to issue a certificate specifying the TDS amount deducted and deposited with the government treasury to the receiver of income. Right. Here I am a receiver of the income. When I am receiving the income, if the tax is deducted on that, means in such deducted amount that payer, that is ಯಾರು ಕೊಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೋ ಅಮೌಂಟು, ಅವ್ರು ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, TDS ಸರ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಟ್ನ ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದ TDS ಸರ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗೋನ್ ಟು ಸೇಸ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ so and so amount has been deducted from the sources of income and such same amount is deposited with the central government treasury, and that is the proof of acknowledgement that is tax has been deducted source. Next, in future, when the tax ಫೈಲಿಂಗ್ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಬಿನ್ ಡನ್, ಫೈಲಿಂಗ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಅಸೆಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಇವ್ರೇನು ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಆ TDS ಅಮೌಂಟ್ನ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಮಿಕ್ಕಿರೋ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ನ ಅವ್ರೇನು ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ನ ಪೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ದ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ TDS. Right. Now, what are the certificate? What form they have to provide at the time of the TDS? Right. Following certificate are issued as a proof where the tax already remitted to the government on behalf of the receiver. ನನ್ನ ಪರವಾಗಿ ಪೇಯರ್ ಏನು ಪೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾನೆ ಅಮೌಂಟು ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ನ ಕೊಡೋದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ನ ಡಿಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರಲ್ವಾ, ಆ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ನ ಡಿಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋದನ್ನ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟಲ್ಲಿ ಡೆಪಾಸಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರೂಫ್ ಆಗಿ ಒಂದು ಫಾರ್ಮ್ನ ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ರೈಟ್. Form, and for what purpose? Right. The form number 16, it is for TDS on salary. Employed person, right? Employer and employee relation. Employee is a owner of the business. He will going to deduct this TDS on the salary. When he is deducted the salary, TDS on salary, he is supposed to issue form number 16 to the employee, that is TDS on salary. Next, at the time of the assessment, that is individually when he is returning the file, he will going to say that is TDS has been deducted. ಅದು ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಡಿಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಮಿಕ್ಕಿರೋ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ನ ಪೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ನಂಬರ್ 16A, ಅದರ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ salary, that is a TDS on any payment other than salary, right? Like insurance, interest on securities, insurance, commissions, brokerage, income from other sources. For such and all, that is form 16A is issued. Next one, form 16B, that is a TDS on sale of property. It's like a capital gain, right? So next one is form 16C, it is TDS on rent. If the rent is received, so at the time TDS, that is a form 16C is issued. Next is a very important, that is a TDS chart. Right. Here we are going to learn, that is under which sources of income, what is the threshold limit, ಎಷ್ಟು ಲಿಮಿಟ್ ಇದೆ, ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಇರೋ ಟಿ ಡಿ ಎಸ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ರಿಸೀವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಡಿಡಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಮತ್ತು ಸಪೋಸ್ ಆ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಏನಾದರೂ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಆದರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟೇಜ್ ಟಿ ಡಿ ಎಸ್ ಅಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗೋಣ. ರೈಟ್. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಡಿಡಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಅಟ್ ಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಚಾರ್ಟ್ given with the particulars, section, threshold limit, and TDS rate for the individual and HUF is separate, and again others other than the individual and HUF, that is separate. That is when we can call as company or firm. Right. Now, first one is payment of salary. Payment of salary employer employee ಕೊಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದಾಗ, so that TDS sections will be what? Under section 192. Section 192, it will be deals on TDS on salary, and here there is no what a threshold limit, but threshold limit when it says that is a slab rate ಮುಖಾಂತರ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ. ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ 1 ಮಂತ್ ಸ್ಯಾಲ್ರಿನ ಟಿ ಡಿ ಎಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಡಿಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. ರೈಟ್. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಇಫ್ ಮೈ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ 5 lakh, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ taxable income. What taxable income is a 5 lakh. Out of that, first we have to calculate what tax liability. How to calculate the tax liability? That is 5 lakh up to 2,50,000 nil, and remaining 2,50,000 5%, and again on 5% of the tax rate add 4% of the education and health cess, then you will get the tax liability, and that tax liability is for the 12 months, and divided by the 12 months you will get for the 1 month, that is what TDS for the on salary, that is tax deducted at so on salary. What is the section 192, and we will go to calculate that on average basis, that is what TDS on salary. Guys, if you are really easy to remember this section, go through the section. Suppose if it is difficult for you, just at least you have to know that is a threshold. What is the sources of income? What is the threshold limit? And what is the rate applicable? Right? If you can remember the section, or else leave it. But first, second one, that is under section 192 subsection A, that is premature withdrawal from EPF and RPF. That is employee. So is that is withdrawing the provident fund, that is employee provident fund, that is a recognized provident fund, non-recognized, unrecognized, and public provident fund, whatever the provident fund, that is if he is withdrawing that is before the maturity period, so then the section will be what, that is 192A. Then there is a threshold limit up to 50,000. Right, if I am earning a getting the premature EPF, that is say 60,000, then the TDS will attract. Suppose if it is a 40,000, there is no TDS, means up to 50,000 there is no TDS. Then above 50,000, 50,001 rupees also receiving, means in such situation TDS has to be deducted. Right, at what percentage? That is 10% with the PAN, and if the PAN is not given by the employee, then 20% will be deducted, right, for the individual person. Right. Next one is section 193, that is interest on securities. Interest on securities, we can say that is when a interest received on debenture ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಏನಾದರೂ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ನ ರಿಸೀವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅದನ್ನೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ನಾವು ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರಿಟೀಸ್. ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ವೆನ್ ದ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಔಟ್ಸೈಡ್ ಇನ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಟು ಜನರೇಟ್ ದಿ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ income, that is interest on security. The section is what, 193. Threshold limit is how much? 10,000, and the rate is how much? That is for the both the individual as well as with the others, that is 10% rate. That is if the interest on security is more than the 10,000, then the rate will be applicable what? That is at 10% on full amount received. On full amount received. Next, section 194, it is dividend received from unlisted other than listed company, that we says that is unlisted company. Listed company means what? The company is listed in the stock exchange, recognized stock exchange. Then when you come into India, so we can see with their two major, that is the Bombay Stock Exchange and that is Indian Stock Exchange, that is NSE, National Stock Exchange, that is Nifty, right? Sensex and Nifty. That is section 194, where what? That is a dividend received from unlisted company, that is 194. Threshold limit will be what? 2,500. The dividend received up to 2,500, there is no TDS. More than 2,500, the rate will be applicable at what? 10% and 10%. And the next one is 194A. 194A, it is interest on bank deposits other than interest on securities, right? That you will going to experience in the future, that is interest on bank deposits. Say example, if you have 2 lakh rupees and you have made it for the fixed deposit for the tenure of 1 year, and you will going to receive what? That is the interest, right? So in certain bank they may give high rate of interest, or it may be low interest. Say example, for example, so then there is a what? 10% of the interest rate on 2 lakh rupees. 10% means what? That is 20,000 rupees. So then 20,000 is more than the threshold limit here. That is 10,000 is the limit for the individual, and again here 50,000 for the senior citizen, right? If I am a senior citizen, that is above 60 years, then if I am receiving the interest on fixed deposit, then up to 50,000 there is no threshold, that is the TDS. If it cross above the 50,000, again an entire amount TDS will be applicable. That is for the individual and HUF below the 60 years, 10,000 is a limit, and above that is if he is a senior citizen, 50,000 is a limit. And what is the rate of interest? That is a 10% for the both for the individual and for the companies also. Right, and the next one is that is interest on post office deposit, right? Interest on post office deposit, that is also same with the how we are going to take with the interest on bank deposit. That is section 194A. the amount threshold limit is what? That is the 10,000, and if it is more than the 10,000, and if it attract what? For the both the individual and for the company, that is 10% and 10%, right? Others. And the next one is, that is winning from lottery, puzzles and game, the section 194B. Section 194, it is dealing with the winning from lottery, puzzles and game, that we call as casual income, right? Casual income, if the amount is up to 10,000, no threshold, that is the TDS. If it is crossed with the what? Threshold limit, that is more than 10,000, and the rate will be applicable at 30% of the TDS rate. For example, if the that is 15,000 amount is receiving as that is winning from lottery, then on entire 15,000, 30% of the TDS will be applicable, right? Next one, winning from horse race, it is section 194BB, and again it is limit is 10,000, up to 10,000 no TDS, more than 10,000 30% of the rate will be applicable as what? TDS rate. Next one, 194C. Very important here, you may get confused. There is a two contract, that is one single contract, and again multiple contract which is done through the year. ಪೂರ್ತಿ ಇಯರಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರೇನಾದರೂ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ರೈಟ್? ಅಗೇನ್ ಇಟ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ 194C. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ಡ್ ವಿತ್ ದಿ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಟು ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟರ್, ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟರ್, ರೈಟ್? ಒಂದು ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಏನಾದರೂ ಕೆಲಸ ಮುಗೀತಿದೆ ಅಂದಾಗ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಫ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವಾಟ್ 30,000 means no TDS. If it is more than 30,000, then the rate will be for the individual 1% and for the others 2%. Once again, there is a payment for the single contractor. Single contract ke enadru payment naditide andaga, then it comes under the section 194C. Then up to how much amount? 30,000, and if cross more than 30,000, for individual and HUF 1%, for others it is 2%. Again, if there is a annual contract, right? ಒಂದು ಪೂರ್ತಿ ಆನ್ಯುವಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ನಡೆದು ಮಲ್ಟಿಪಲ್ ಏನಾದರೂ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂದಾಗ, then up to 1 lakh no TDS, right? 1 ಲಕ್ಷವರೆಗೂ TDS ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, right? If it is crossing more than 1 lakh rupees, again 1% is for the individual and HUF, and again 2% for the, that is for others. Next, 194D. It is insurance on commission. Insurance on commission, right? The amount is how much? That is 15,000, and the rate is applicable for the individual. It is 5%, and for the others it is 10%, right? Once again, that is insurance on commission, section 194D, and limit the commission. Always you remember the commission limit is 15,000, and the rate is for the individual is 5%, and for the others is what? That is 10%. Next one, payment in respect of life insurance policy. Payment in respect of life insurance policy, right? If you have a LIC policy, that is then if you are receiving the LIC amount, that is a maturity of the full amount, the whole lump sum amount up to 1 lakh, no TDS. If it is crossing with the more than 1 lakh, so for the individual and for the others also, it is 1% of TDS will be applicable. That is a section 194DA. Next, payment to non-resident sportsman or sports association, right? For example, if a foreigner comes, right? Foreigner, he comes and he play cricket here. Example, who, that is ABD Media, right? He is coming and playing in India, right? Whatever the amount he is receiving as a sportsman person, right? On such amount, 20% of the TDS will be deducted, then they will go to make payment. For example, he wins the cash prize of that is 1 lakh rupees. Out of that, 20,000 will be deducted as TDS, and remaining 80,000 will be given to the such player, and that 20,000 will be remitted to the government. That is under section 194E, and the next one is under section 194EE, that is when withdraw from national savings scheme, right? If an amount is invested in the national savings scheme, and from that amount, if any withdrawal made, means up to 2,500 no TDS, and it is more than the 2,500, it attract how much? That is 10% of the TDS rate for the both. Next, commission on sale of lottery ticket, right? Commission on sale of lottery ticket, that is section 194G, that is for amount up to 15,000 no TDS, and the rate will be 5% for the individual and HUF. If the company is involved with the that is the selling of the lottery ticket, then it comes to 20% of rate. Next, TDS on commission other than insurance commission, and it is including the brokerage. Insurance on commission, that is a section 194D, and the commission, TDS on commission other than insurance commission and brokerage, it comes under 194H. Amount is 15,000 and the rate will be 5% and 5%. Very simple. Insurance on commission, the TDS threshold limit is 15,000. Rate will be 5% for the individual, for the company 10%. But when it comes to other than insurance commission and the brokerage, there is amount is 15,000 and the rate will be for the both 5%. And here you have to learn with the thoroughly. That is rent on land, building and furniture other than individual HUF, right? This any rent on building, land and furniture received by the others. Last column or another receive ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಿದ್ರೆ, then threshold limit will be 1,80,000 and rate will be applicable at what? 10%, right? That is under section 194I. Next one, rent of plant and machinery other than the individuals and HUF, right? Say example, if there is a plant and machinery in the firm, if they are taken for the hiring, that is on the hiring basis, and if they are paying the interest on that, then the amount will be what? That is up to 1,80,000 no TDS. If it is crossing with the more than 1,80,000, 2% rate will be applicable as TDS rate. And next one is for the above, if any rent paid by the individual and HUF under section that is 194IB up to 50,000 per month, right? Per month ge 50,000 vargu TDS irodilla. More than 50,000 per month, it attract what? 5% of the TDS rate, right? Suppose if in a problem you come across that is a lump sum amount ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ, per annum ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, then you have to convert it for the per month convert ಮಾಡಿ, you have to see whether it is below 50,000 or more than 50,000. More than 50,000 TDS will be applicable, below 50,000 no TDS. Next, transfer of certain immovable property other than agriculture land. For example, any land and building is there with the assessee or the person, if he is earning the amount, ಬೇರೆಯವರಿಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಏನಾದರೂ ಅರ್ನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದಾಗ, then up to 50 lakhs no TDS. If it is crossing with the more than 50 lakh, 1% of the TDS will be applicable. Next one, professional fee or technical fee or royalty fee, right? If any professional fee is paying, means for the such professionals he has to deduct and he has to pay, right? Professional fee, technical fees and royalty under section 194J up to 30,000 no TDS, and the rate will be 10% for the both category. Next, Payment to call center operator. Payment to call center operator 194J up to 30,000 no TDS, but the rate will be differ. That is 2% for the call center and 2% 10% for the professionals, technical or royalty. Right. Next, and the last one, that is under section 194LA. 194LA, you can remember that is a acquisition of certain immovable property. Immovable property we can say that is what? Land. Right. Payment of compensation on acquisition of certain immovable property. Right. That is up to 2,50,000 no TDS, and the rate will be what? 10% if it is crossing with the more than 2,50,000. Right. Payment of compensation on acquisition of certain immovable property. Right. Here payment ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ಪೇ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. Right. This is with the what? At a TDS rate chart. Right. If it is crossing with the threshold limit, then we have to calculate the TDS and the specified rate both on the individual and the others if it is applicable. Right. In next class I will going to start with the problem how to calculate the TDS on each transaction. Thank you so much. I want each and everyone has to go and study with all the sources of income and the threshold limit and the rate. If you are capable and you can understand with the section wise, if you are not able to remember with the section, leave it, but you have to remember what there is a threshold limit and rate. Right. Thank you so much.